We are live. I'll just beep up around until I see some people in here. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, and I will also go ahead and record this team, if that's okay with everybody. Perfect. Oh, welcome in, gang. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Where Is My Wife? Our gothic, dark romance D&D live stream as we raise money for our friends over at Whimsy Gossip for their next fan film, Where Is My Wife? Gang, I am Connor, your humble DM. I am so thrilled to be here, so excited to help tell this story with some incredible players, incredible artists, the incredible Whimsy Gossip team. Let's introduce them. First up, gang, we have got our dear friend Val playing Cassandra this evening. Val, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi guys. I am Cassandra tonight, and I'm really excited to play D&D for the first time in my entire life. So if I look like I have no idea what I'm doing, I have no idea what I'm doing, but it's okay because we have Connor. So
Do any of us really know what we're doing?
no, I just literally just make it
words.
up. Make it up as we go along. That's literally being an adult, is like you just make it up. Like you realize you get to a point in your life where I'm 30 now and I'm like, oh wow, there are no adults in the room. I'm supposed to be the adult in the room and no one knows what the hell they're doing. Anyway, hi guys, welcome.
Well, none of us are adults, but like we do have logistics masters and experts. We also have Michelle. Michelle, will you introduce yourself?
Hi. Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, you sure can.
Hi, everybody. My name is Michelle. Tonight I'll be playing Mirella. You can just say Mirella if you want. And I am very happy to be here. I'm a member of the Whimsy Gossip leadership team for Where's My Wife, helping out with casting and post-production, as well as I own Alunima Productions, and we help with marketing. So excited.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much for being here, Michelle. Oh, next up, we've got Joe.
Hey there, I'm Joe. You might know me as High Lady Joe on all the things, and I am the assistant director around these parts of Whimsy Gossip. So if you need anything on set, I'm probably your go-to gal, and I'm so excited to be here tonight. I love playing D&D, especially with other people that just get it, you know? So it's gonna be fun. And I'm playing Melody Desdemona.
Melody Desdemona. What a vibe. What a vibe. Thank you so much for being here, Joe. Next up, Aubrey. Ah!
Hello. Hi, everyone. I'm Aubrey. I feel like Connor says my name more often than not, and my ears are constantly ringing. But for this amazing project that is currently unfolding, I will be the pre-production coordinator, as I have been a couple times now in the past with Whimsy Gossip. And yeah, all of the planning, logistics, getting people fed, getting people from A to B, all of the fun things that happen far behind the scenes. So super excited to be here. I also too went on a Google black hole journey and watched all the YouTube videos and did all the things, but I'm just flying by the seat of my pants. So
No, you're perfect. I'm so excited that you're not so far behind the camera this time, and you're like literally on the camera. Thank you so much for being here, Obs. Next up, we've got Sven. Sven, will you please introduce yourself?
Hola. Today I am Savant Treville, but the rest of the Whimsy family knows me as Sven. Mm-hmm. I am the director of photography, once again, for this coming film, Where Is My Wife? and I'm super excited about it. And I'll also be doing post-production producing alongside Michelle or Mirella today. So I'm very excited. It is also my first time playing D&D, but not my first time lighting, if you can't tell. But I am very excited to be here and to have Connor and the rest of the family with us.
Oh yeah, the chat is saying your work is phenomenal, Sven.
Oh,
I think that comment speaks for how we all feel. Just truly phenomenal. Thank you so much for being here. And then last but certainly not least, Taylor.
Hi guys, it's Taylor from Whimsy Gossip. I'm sorry if you hear my dogs in the background. We are at my parents' house and Whiskey won't stop whining. He just really wants to play D&D, and unfortunately he has paws. Anyway, but I'm Taylor from Whimsy Gossip, and I'm really excited. I get to be behind the scenes completely this time. I am one of the producers, and I get to just be the second AD to Joe and just whatever anyone needs me for Where's My Wife. And I just love Throne of Glass so much. And I'm also so excited to play D&D. I think the last time I played D&D was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So bear with me. It's been a long time.
You have some experience though. I didn't even know that. I need to hear the story.
Okay. That's another time.
Okay.
Like,
oh yeah.
One of our productions and stuff, we had like a whole thing going, and it was when we did like the Get Smart. Anyway.
Listen,
I'm like literally so clear. I had no idea that you played before. This is so interesting. I learned something new about you all the time. One time
at band camp. Anyway.
Mermaid Chesapeake, why are you always hiding things from us? Why are you always hiding things from us? Gang, this is our incredible crew. I am so excited to begin playing with them. Just a few housekeeping things. We're here to tell a story. We're here to have a good time, evoke some of the stories that we know, like, and love. But we're also here to raise money for this incredible film, so these incredible artists can tell these stories in the most compelling way possible. There is a link, my friends, on your screen. If you scan to donate that QR code, you get to engage and help tell this story, absent viewer. You have so much power in your hands. We have this broken down. You know me as Connor the Bard. I love me some bardic inspiration and bardic desperation. So, $10. You can add or subtract 1d6 from one character. $20 gets you 1 d8 to and from a character. And that, oh, look at that, gang. This is also my first time on StreamYard. I also, behind the scenes, we have two incredible humans, Sammy and Mel, two of my incredible mods. Anything that is, gang, your boy, it takes a lot of handlers, okay? And they are two of the best handlers that I know. The only reason any of this happens is because of my mods. Y'all are incredible. Thank you for having my back during this. So, gang, $10, add or subtract 1d6, $20, add or subtract 1d8. For those of you that don't know, if you ever heard the term d6, d8, d12, d20, these are 6-sided die, 8-sided dice, or 12-sided dice. And then, gang, the big 50, the big 50 gets you a critical success. That's a nat 20, or a critical failure, a nat 1. So if you want to jump in there and be absolute chaos goblins, please do. Like I said, the QR code right at the bottom of your screen when that pops up. There it is. And please help tell the story. I've got my amazing mods monitoring the Kickstarter chat. So when you go in there, please, please, please make sure you give your name and then which character you want to give the dice to, and whether you want inspiration or desperation in that comment section. Thank you, gang, so much. I think that's all we need to know. So without further ado, I guess I'm gonna give the first roll and figure out where we're starting this puppy. Well, how apropos. There are libraries, my friends. And then there are places libraries go when they are afraid, when they're destroyed, when they disappear. Now, some books are too dangerous to burn, too beloved to destroy, too powerful to let remain untouched. So they get moved. Shelves stitched to shelves, wings folded into wings, stories pulled from their worlds and stacked where no one can reach them. An archive of archives, a place where names go missing. This is not a ruin. It is not abandoned. It is curated. Somewhere in this labyrinth of ink and dust, vows are cataloged, titles are assigned, and certain stories are adjusted. The halls shift when you lie. The shelves listen when you whisper. And the doors do not open for the brave, only for the willing. If you listen closely, you can hear it. The sound of pages turning, where no one stands, where something is searching. And tonight a chapter has gone missing. Tonight, the hunt is on. Welcome to the Nexus Archive. We open, my friends, on a battlefield covered in ash and soot. It's hot and it's cold. It's hard to explain the chaos for those standing in it. The screams and the clatter and the clanging and the clawing, the screaming, the chaos of battle all around. Val, will you please describe your character for us? Anything you want to give us, just as far as name, any description. If you don't have that, just your name is fine.
Well, I mean, my name, that's a really interesting question. Because
Mm.
right now I go by Cassandra, but I'm not quite sure if that is my true name or not. I love to get what I want. I will do what I need to do to get what I want. But I also have a really strong sense of justice. And I will make sure that those who wrong me and the people that I love get justice.
Mm.
So,
As you are standing in this field with all of this chaos around you, you're not a stranger to bloodshed. You're not a stranger to violence. Violence has been a way of life. You've walked beside all kinds of violence your entire life. But something's wrong.
mm.
If you will do me a favor and take your 20-sided die and make me a perception check. This is, you're just going to roll a d20 and then add your wisdom modifier, please.
Okay. I got a 19.
Okay, cool. That's
Oh, wait, I
fine.
have to add to that?
Oh, you haven't added to it. Cool.
Sorry.
Oh,
Let me
that's
add
amazing.
to that.
Whatever your wisdom modifier is.
Oh my god.
My wisdom modifier is that where the I have a 12 wisdom with a +1 underneath? Is that what that is?
Yeah, so that is we refer to that, gang, for those watching in first time. If you ever heard the term dirty 20 or 20 not nat, that just means everything adds up to, well, like I love dirty 20. What can I say? I'm a smut reader. Dirty 20 just means that's a 20, but not natural. Everything added up to a 20. So Val, that's a 20.
Okay.
Very high roll. Very, very high roll.
What does that mean for my fate?
Well, as you gaze up,
Oh
this
God.
battlefield around you, your swords heavy in your hands. It's almost like something is cutting through your vision. You're no stranger to magic, but it's almost like somebody has torn a seam into the sky right in front of you. And the sound is cutting out. Maybe you got hit in the head with a mace, but you haven't. You are very clear, very focused, very honed in, and all of a sudden everything goes quiet. You look around and you are in this field alone, where seconds before there had been battle, there had been sound, there is nothing. And not only no sound and no soldiers and no chaos and no bloodshed, there is nothing. You notice the smells have disappeared. The air seems thick and not natural. And you feel yourself sucked into this seam.
Mommy, where's my mom?
You wake under a dead yew tree. You sit up, look around. The taste of ash is still in your mouth. And you remember Cassandra. You remember that name, but you remember a battlefield, but what were you doing on that battlefield? As a matter of fact, what were you? Where was that battlefield? What were you fighting about? What were you fighting for? I think I'll ask you, Cassandra, how is Cassandra feeling as you realize and come to terms with the more you try to remember where you came from, the less you can grasp it?
Well, this is terrifying. I feel like I am the type of person who always likes to be in control, and now I feel like everything is very out of my control. And not having my full memories just exacerbates that. So I think I'm just feeling panicked a little bit, like internally.
As you feel that panic start to creep up into you, you hear some kind of whisper on the wind. Name. What is the name? Nameless. Name. Something about a name, and you can't quite catch it. And the yew tree behind you cracks open. And in a flash of light, you lose consciousness.
Again?
We cut to a private collection room. This private collection room is full of all sorts of artifacts. The smell of, well, maybe our characters wouldn't have this word, but the smell of a museum or when you go to a historical place. This place smells old, but that old smell is a comforting smell. We see a figure seated at a desk made of obsidian. The candlelight doesn't flicker. Everything seems to move in absolute order, like it bends to the will of this person. In front of this person seems to be a book or a ledger, and they're writing in it. Names, contracts, secrets. Aubrey, will you please describe your character for us? Give us your name and anything you'd like us to know.
Absolutely. My name for this evening is Zephyr Shadowmint. I am an old soul through and through, probably to my own detriment, I would say. I think I'm right about everything. In fact, I know I'm right about everything.
Hmm.
I know all of the facts, or at least I used to. I've been around for a really long time, and I find comfort being surrounded by histories, not necessarily my own, but histories of other people and other places. And I hold all of that knowledge. It can be bartered, it can be held on forever. I can know a thing and never say it ever again, just like a secret holder. But it's my job to preserve the things that I surround myself by, whether it's people, history, books.
As you're leaning over your ledger, Zephyr, the first thing you notice is a taste. Ash on your tongue. The candle, which everything in every room always bends to your will and obeys you. Nothing steps out of line. The next thing you notice is the candle is flickering. You can give me, Aubrey, if you would be so kind, either an investigation check or an arcana check. For those of you watching, investigation, this is an intelligence-based check. We're looking around, trying to glean insight either into a person or something that is happening. And then Arcana is trying to understand either some kind of magical idea or understand the magical nature of something.
Okay, so intelligence check.
Sure, your choice: intelligence or Arcana.
Intelligence.
So go ahead and roll a d20, and then just go ahead and add your intelligence modifier.
16.
16.
Intelligence, 12.
That's beautiful. You, on a 16, you can't clock. There is something magical about this, but it is not a magic you recognize. And that in and of itself is enough to disconcert you, because you have spent a long time and have been around the block a fair amount. So there is something, to use the word alien invokes I think a certain context, but for lack of a better word, there is something deeply alien and foreign about this magic. You have never felt it before. And you start to hear a drip. And the drip it's ink dropping onto your ledger. And as you look down, this ink spreads and convalesces, and it starts to form a phrase, and the first word it starts to form is where. It's in an old language. You think you recognize the language. Give me a either an just one more intelligence check or a history check. If those are both intelligence-based checks, I believe.
Okay, so I'm going to roll.
Yes.
1.
Woo! Ah. Aubrey. You can't understand it, and a chill starts to crawl up your spine. It starts to you feel frozen, and you feel a fear that you have not felt in a long, long, long time. A fear of the unknown. This ink is spreading, and you see almost a hand trying to push up from the page as if it's trying to burst through, and the ink is forming, and the words coming across, you see that where, and you're frozen, and you're trying to break free. Where is my wife? Bleeds across the page as this arm starts to try and burst through. And whispered in your ear, but seemingly not coming from everywhere you hear. A wasted life, like to guard tomes and self. Aubrey, this hand bursts through. You feel a hand larger than any hand you've ever seen wrap across your face and yank you into this book as it shuts closed.
Bye-bye, Aubrey.
We move from that wholesome little scene to a candlelit stage. A spinning wheel in shadow. On the stage is a figure. But to the discerning eye, they're not alone. There seems to be something that's standing behind them. This thing, though no one would recognize it, to the person standing on the stage, it smells like old velvet and secrets. Golded and gilded thread. You're holding that thread. You're always holding it. Sven, would you give us your name and any kind of description about your character you'd like to share with us?
Oh, I am Savant Trouble. I am what you might say is a mad scientist of a sort. I love what I do. I cannot get enough of it. And what that it is power. I seek to have this fascination with necrotic, this world that beyond this one, and how to acquire more power to do it. And I know I can do it because I believe I am that intelligent and that smart to do this.
This, some would call it confidence, some would call it arrogance. Whatever you call it, it has served you well. And you have lived what feels like lifetimes with this mentality. But something is strange now as you step forward to say your piece. You feel that gilded thread behind you tug. And you know what that means. That tug on the thread sends a chill up your spine. Give me, Sven, if you will, an insight check, but this is going to be an insight check into yourself. That is an intelligence-based roll. Sorry, I know I get very excited. I'm like, just give me an insight check, perception check. Give me a dex save. It's just like throw words out.
Intelligence with the D20? Yes.
Yeah, D20, and then go ahead and add your intelligence modifier.
It was a 10 with a +1. So 11.
11. Unfortunately, thanks to Vero in the Kickstarter, thank you, Vero, for donating. You got some bardic desperation because of that chill going up your spine. So I'm going to subtract 1d6 from this. Did you say you got a 12, Sven?
11.
11. Okay, perfect. 11 minus 2 is a 9. On a 9, you can't make sense. You don't understand why this is happening. The deal you made, this isn't how it's supposed to go. That, like, you had more time. And as I think you feel the tug, all of a sudden, this shadow, almost seemingly right by your ear. I demanded a name. But no two names are the same. You tried to remain sane. But in the end, you are to blame. What a shame. And you feel the floorboards break beneath you as you drop through into cold and endless dark. And you feel an emptiness that you have not felt maybe ever, because Savante, you are so rarely, if ever, alone. Will you make me a charisma saving throw? Hey gang, remember in session 0, chat, stand by one. Remember in session 0 when I said I wasn't going to ask for any saving throws, and here I am breaking my own rules? That's how the night's going to go. That's how the night's going to go. All I need you to do, Sven, is if you will roll me a d20 and add your charisma modifier to this.
My charisma.
Yes, remembering if you have any proficiencies in there, go ahead and add that as well. But yeah.
Well, I'm looking at a 20 on my dice, +2 charisma.
Dirty 20, baby. Did you roll a 20, or is that a nat 20 or?
That was, I rolled a 20 +2.
Nat 20, baby. We have our first nat 20.
Meow, 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 meow.
That's right, Laura. Laura Bunch, 3200 in the chat. When I'm the DM, I make the rules. I'm the Asteri. I'm all the bad guys and the good guys and the setting. I just want to create a sandbox where all my friends can like look really cool. Okay, that's just I'm a kid that never grew up. Shut up. I love you all. Thank you so much for donating. On that nat 20, Savante, you feel that cold and that chill and that loneliness. But damn it, you have been in some rough and tight spots, and this is not your first rodeo. You know that gilded thread. Anything, if that gilded thread can pull on you, you can tug right back. I think you feel yourself wrap around that thread, and as you're falling, you yank. And in a burst of cold and light, you burst through, you taste bark and wood, and slam right in to a woman that was standing in front of what seems to be a yew tree. And you both collapse to the ground. Ooh, we're going to fade from there. I love this. Just lining them up and knocking them down. Gotta check something. Yes. We move from this burst of light and this tree and this slam into a quiet hall. But this hall isn't quiet because it's empty. It's quiet because this hall full of patrons are silent and in awe as this single note hangs in the air. And even if the people don't know the song, The room knows it. The wood knows it. The stone knows it. The shadows and the moon. Because this kind of magic is old. It is the magic of story. It is the magic of song. It is the magic of dance. Joe, will you please describe your character for us and give us your name and anything you'd like to add?
5'4" of bad decisions and excellent bone structure. Dark hair, dark eyes, slightly sunken. Yes, I know. I've been told I look like I'm attending a funeral. I prefer to think I'm simply always dressed for the occasion. I wear black because color is for people who are certain they exist. The boots are practical. The gloves are none of your business. People look at me and think, strange, perhaps unwell. And they're not wrong, not exactly. But they're also looking at a woman who could make them weep with 4 strings and a horsehair bow. I've been told I dressed for a funeral I can't remember attending. I think that's the most accurate thing anyone has ever said about me. You'll remember what I look like. They always do. They ask me where I'm from, usually, or what I want, or whether I'm all right. I find those questions so optimistic. My name is Melody Desdemona, a bad luck song. I play violin, I sing, I know things I don't remember learning, and I've forgotten things I probably needed to remember. I woke up with a bow in my hand and sheet music for a pillow. Whatever happened before that, the music remembers, and that's always enough for me.
As you're hanging on this note, as you slide this bow across this instrument with the skill of a master, make me just because I never get to ask for it and it pisses me off so much and I'm just not going to turn this down. Will you give me a performance check,
I
Joe?
knew you were gonna say that. Nat 20, baby, let's go. Nat 20, baby. Nat 20. Nat 20. Oh,
Okay, listen, gang. I knew Joe was gonna break my game. I knew Joe was gonna break my game. She's gonna come in here. We're not even done with character introduction. She come in here and break my game. It's fine. This note seems to pierce. No, hold up. Back up. Joe, you tell me. What is this hall? Who are you performing for? Is this are we talking like blue collar? Is this upper crust? Who are you performing for right now?
only the best in society can afford my song, though I wish it were not so. And she is, as she's pulling the bow across the strings, it's her songs are almost mournful, which is exactly why she feels that the audience that can afford her doesn't deserve her song, for they don't lament in the way that she feels so deeply.
As you feel that, and as you say that melody, something deep passes over these gilded patrons of the upper echelon of this society, the top privileged few that come not most of them come not to appreciate art. They come to see and be seen. They come to engage with the bards and the actors and artists like playthings and toys and props for their own self-actualization. A fun little trivial commodity. But when you perform, when you speak, when you sing, something pierces through the wall of apathy, of lethargic, of the glass artifice that all of these people put on themselves. And in the front row, you see a middle-aged man in very expensive attire, and he begins to weep. And he is clutching his chest, and you hear a growl behind you, Melody. But this growl, it sounds like it's coming from the shadows or the floorboards. And you see the tears start to flow from all of these patrons. And you see flashes of guilt and shame, gilded individuals stepping over street urchins, begging for coins as they throw money away and pay for another sachet or more bonds and credit. You see poorhouses stacked through. You see entire tents and canvases of refugees sitting out of the city walls, being completely ignored. And it was as if there was a magical arcane glass over these people, and your note has just shattered it. And chaos erupts. People are clutching their chest. This man is trying to claw out his eyes, seeing his actions, being forced to bear witness and feel, maybe for the first time, what he has done to others and what he has ignored. And behind you, with a growl, you hear, "Do you think it's noble what you've done?
Yeah.
Look at this. You your song and your dance. It corrodes and it breaks. Nothing that corrodes the rule of law is moral." And you feel yourself shoved. And like you feel yourself shoved, like you are going to go fly into the audience of these weeping masses, but it's almost like you've encountered paper as you rip through your reality and find yourself tumbling and rolling on cobblestone steps. We cut from this chaotic moment. God, Joe, that nat 20, that was...
I can't believe it.
We cut from this moment to a garden that shouldn't exist. We see an individual kneeling in soil, working and digging, the frozen ground around them seemingly impenetrable to others, but this individual seems to sink their hands and the earth moves with them. Leaves seem to wrap around them with a sentience. The plants whisper warnings to this individual. Roots tighten around your wrist. Help us, Mother. Something is coming. Something is cutting us out. And this individual presses their palm into the earth. Taylor, would you please describe your character for us? Give us your name and anything else you'd like to share.
Hi, my name is Lorelei Van Dalen. While I'm only 5 feet tall, I have a fierceness in me that could tower most others. I was raised in the gorgeous rolling hills of Terrandor, but I was not raised by humans or fae. I was actually raised by giant cats. I protect them with a fierceness like no other. I have my own set of claws. They may not be cat claws, but they're other claws. And while I was raised by cats and I was human, I was now fae touched as well by my fae friends. So I was gifted certain abilities. And I was not only gifted the abilities, but gifted fae leathers as well. They are green and they compliment my curling brown hair. I like to tuck that back in a braid though. It's more efficient that way. And just as a reminder about my family and those who raised me, those lovely cats, I have paw prints all over my leathers, one specifically on my heart.
As you press your hand to the ground to get a sense of while other people see plants and just hear cats, you speak to animals and you speak to the grass. And as you put your palm in, an orange cat rolls up next to you. What is the name of this orange cat, Lorelei?
His name is Louie.
Louie. Louie rolls up. Mon ami. It is almost feeding time. I have not been pet in almost 20 minutes, and I am wondering what is even going on here.
I had so many things to attend to. I'm so sorry. I was fighting off an entire colony of mice. Giant mice.
It is a feast. Has solstice come early? Why did you not invite me to the feast? I would have pounced on the big mice.
Because I could handle this one. You've helped me out way too much. You were busy doing too many other things, taking care of everything else. I didn't want to bother you. I got this. Wanted to prove myself. Give you little scratches under your chin. Little chin scratches.
You see the cat kind of lean up and do that thing with their nose where they're... Mon Dieu. Something is wrong, mother. Lorelei, give me a nature check. This is a wisdom-based check. So all I need you to do, Taylor, is roll a 20-sided die and add your wisdom modifier.
So I got a 7, and then my wisdom modifier is a 15.
Okay. Is there a plus next to that?
Oh yeah, sorry, +2. Sorry. Wisdom
Thank you
is 15
so much.
+2.
No, it's
Sorry.
all good. So 7, that is a 9. Okay, so...
Less.
Oh,
sorry.
wait, what did you get? 7 + 2?
7 + 2. The
Yeah,
wisdom.
so the roll comes out to a 9. On a 9, you...
Oh boy.
The hair on Louis's back shoots up. He's looking around, and there is something, you don't know the word for it. It tastes almost like metal and ash, floods your senses and blocks. All of a sudden, you can't hear the plants. You can't hear the trees. Even Louis seems unable to connect. And behind you to offer reassurance, you're familiar. Your deepest friend, the cat that you often yourself modeled and will transform into. Would you describe and give the name of the cat that rolls up?
The cat that rolls up is Steve. Steve is an all-black cat. Steve is very small and petite for a black cat, but a friend to all. Steve is soft and squishy, and Steve loves to snuggle, loves to cuddle. And Steve is loyal, the most loyal. Yeah. And for anyone that doesn't know, Steve is modeled after Valerie's cat that just passed away. Steve, she was an all black cat. So this is all about Steve. Steve is the best.
Steve the cat in a shining black coat immediately rolls up to you. Louis, what's going on? there is something coming and I cannot comprehend. You can't comprehend anything. Fucking a leaf is beyond your comprehension. Piss off. And the orange cat goes running. Mother. And before you two can even comprehend what's happening around you, black vines seem to tear through the soil and the sky, enveloping you. You reach out for Steve. Steve jumps into your arms instinctively as you're being pulled away, not wanting you to be pulled where you're going alone. And as you are yanked into the soil, you feel ash and dirt flooding your senses. Give me a I'm just going to ask for a this is going to be, give me a constitution check. So this is if you see the CON modifier, you're just going to roll a d20 and you're going to add that con number next to you.
Okay. I'm so sorry. On my screen, it's okay. So I rolled a 14, and then Constitution is 8.
Ooh, that is beautiful. Thanks to Rachel and her $30 donation, you got some awesome bardic inspiration, and we're going to add a d12 to that. So I'm going to take my little dice, my d12. Boom. Gang, I'm rolling my dice from my dear friend Sammy. She got me a set of wormwood dice back when I was just a wee kid, and it has she's the best. So D12. What was your roll?
I was a 14, and
Perfect.
then Constitution was 8.
8. So is there like a plus or minus next to that?
No.
It would be a -1.
Joe, gang, this is, I want you to know that this is a perfect example of why adventuring parties are the thing. So that's a -1, Taylor, but I rolled an 8, so we're going to add +8. So go ahead. Did you know you were coming to math class?
I'm really bad at math, Connor.
Me too. Why do you think I went to theater school? This is my least favorite part. It was like, what do you mean I have to add numbers? Remind me what you rolled one more time.
14.
So 13 plus 8. Yes, I still count with my fingers. Don't yell at me. 21.
Oh, that's my lucky number.
And it's a great roll.
Yeah, that's my birthday, December 21st. 21's my lucky number. Okay.
Well, funny you should mention that, Lorelei. You're flooded with ash and dirt and soil and flooding. All of a sudden, you can't. Where did you just come from? What? It's almost as if the soil and the ash is corroding your memory. You can't remember the house. How many cats did you have? What were you tending to? Was there a problem? Did you have family? All of these things fading, but you feel Steve. You feel Steve in your arms, and with that bardic inspiration, you feel an anchor that you're able to hold on to, and you clutch tight to Steve. And as Steve digs, oh, cats are such assholes. As Steve digs his claws into your chest, I love cats. I'm such a cat guy, but they're assholes. You see a flash of other frozen dirt and ash. You see an arrow. You see snow. And something about Steve and that feeling, you remember, I can do hard things. This is, I will not be suffocated by these random black vines. Like, this is not who I am. I may not be able to remember who I am at this moment, but it sure as shit not this. And you, in a burst of, well, I'll ask you, what color is the light? Does the light have a color as it bursts forth from you and corrodes these black vines into nothing?
I would say gold.
Ooh, a gold light emanates from you as you almost like when paper burns and it kind of curls in on itself and just fades into like little wisps. You feel these vines. You're right, Julianne. I will take an L for that. Steve is not an asshole. Steve is a savior. Familiars. Oh man, don't listen. If I've learned one thing, it's don't mess with the familiars. You feel the ash corrode those vines, and you feel breath, and you feel your hands, and your hands are on cobblestone. And you look up, and there seems to be a woman laying across from you on the cobblestone. She has a violin, and a bowstring, and then across the way with a shattered yew tree, you see some dude on top of a. You're trying to make sense that this tree is also exploded, and as you are trying to make sense of this, we're going to fade from here. Mirella.
Yes.
We go to another stage. Geez, I wonder what we all went into based on these characters. We go to another stage. Applause is raining down. A show has just come to an end. You are bowing. The audience is roaring, but you don't know why. There are scorch marks at your feet. You feel like you've burned before. And you've also risen. Will you please describe your character for us?
Hello, I am Mirella Dragos, but you can just call me Mirella. It's easier. I don't remember much about my childhood. I was separated from my family very young and joined the circus, where I found my found family. It's all I've ever known. And in the circus, I became their flashy fire performer. I use my magic to razzle-dazzle the audience. My flames and all of my magic, you will see, comes out purple in color. I am influencing our DM right now, as you can tell. And yeah, I love what I do, and I'm good at it.
You do love what you do. And your magic and your purple flames, as they evoke, have brought joy and whimsy and wonder. And the type 2 kind of fear, the fun kind of fear where it's like, ooh, but I want to see it again. And you bring so much joy and whimsy, but something is different here. There are scorch marks at your feet. Your purple flames never leave scorch marks on the stage. These are a different kind of flame. It's a different kind of scorch. And you smell ash and taste it in the air. Your hands, all of you seems unmarred. And yet you feel as if you've been burned. You feel hot and cold, and your skin feels singed. And from the crowd rather, you see someone fling an object at you. And spinning through the air, you see a rose. Someone has thrown a rose at you. Will you give me a dexterity check? This can either be, I'll let this be, no, I want the acrobatics, which is a dexterity check to see if you can catch the rose. I should ask you, would you like to catch the rose? I am remiss.
I would like to catch the rose.
Amazing. Go ahead and give me a dexterity check. Just roll a d20 and add your dex modifier.
Ooh, I got a 3.
Well,
And I +2.
per 5, thanks to Mel, who also donated, we're going to add a D6 to this roll.
Oh, I thank
Little
you.
bardic inspiration. That is a 6. So 11. On an 11, you don't catch the rose. And you feel extremely lucky the next moment that you didn't, because a burst of smoke comes up from the rose and engulfs your senses. It turns to ash midair. The applause warps into stomping, and you can't see. It's like you're underwater in this ash. You don't know which way is up. You don't know which way is down. And from this stomping all around you, from the audience, but the audience feels like it's inside your head now, you hear a word repeated over and over and over again, and you just hear filed, filed, filed. The stage splits, and you drop into darkness. As you're dropping, what is Mirella thinking and feeling in this moment?
She's worried, but trying to hold it together because she doesn't get scared. And curious what's going on.
You feel curious. Go ahead and give me a whatever kind of intelligence check you want to make here. If you want to make Arcana, if you want to make go ahead and give me Arcana or Insight.
Okay. I'll do Insight.
Perfect.
I got an 18 +1.
19. Well, this is going to be a real high roll, Michelle, because thanks to Amber, who donated $10, you get to add a D6 to this roll. That is a 21, right? You said you got a 19?
Yes.
That's a 2 on my D6, so that's a 21. On a 21, you're a performer. You are many things. You contain multitudes, like everyone does, but you are a performer. This is an illusion. You know it's an illusion. And as you realize that what you're seeing isn't real, it seems to fade and lose power over you, and all of a sudden you are standing in a courtyard, surrounded by seemingly 5 other individuals that have dropped out of nowhere and will bring this now all together as you all look up. Zephyr, anybody can go ahead and give me a perception check if they want to, but Zephyr, I'm going to ask if you wouldn't mind giving me either a history or insight.
History.
Okay, perfect.
Rolling. 5.
5, okay. But where'd my notes go? Thank you to our dear Catherine, who donated $50. That 5 turns into a nat 20. Catherine! I think you kind of wipe ink away from your eyes. And as you gaze up, you look at your companions. You feel a thread to them. not any kind of a tether, like a lock or a hex or any kind of binding spell. It is more on a nat 20. You can't help but notice something has gone wrong here. This was a spell that seemed that was supposed to suck everybody into a certain place, but there was a tether here, and you realize the spell didn't complete. Something interrupted it, and as you turn, you see a large door in front of you. You have been to enough libraries, though you don't necessarily recognize this one, to know you are standing at the entrance of what seems to be the doors to what you can only describe as a library. And I will. Did anybody else make any other rolls? Awesome.
I rolled for perception and I rolled an 18 with modifiers. Well, I have no modifier, so it's 18.
You're looking around as you get up and you check your violin. Everything's fine. You've got that thing so magically tricked out for reasons like this. You never know when something is going to rip you through an interdimensional portal. Life gets crazy here in Fantasyland. There is something deeply, deeply off about this. Is not like another realm or a world, Melody. This feels, for those of you that have kids, you'll probably recognize this. You know, when you have a child and they're drawing you a picture, and somewhere halfway through they got bored, or another idea came, and then the picture becomes something else, and like that's what this feels like. You're kind of looking around, and you notice just like certain, you're not necessarily an architecture expert, but there are just things that have been smashed together that don't seem to go together. We have a dead yew tree here, but off in the distance there seems to be a flowering hawthorn. The sky is it seems like it's nighttime, but it is so bright, almost like each star is the sun, and the sky almost feels above table, not necessarily in the style, but almost like you're looking at Starry Night by Van Gogh. If that makes sense. There is something deeply, you can't help but feel like this is almost like somebody took like little pieces of different things and kind of just smashed them together.
Does this place remind me of a place I've been, or an amalgamation of many places I've been?
Give me either an insight or history check.
Okay, I'll do a little history check. Nat 20. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding.
Thank you so much for joining us on this live stream. It has been an absolute honor to like show up and play with you. I fully quit. No, that is incredible. I'm not yelling if you told me I can't yell into this mic.
And a +1 just to add insult to injury.
Yeah, sure. Okay, cool. You're looking at first of all, you notice this this tall drink of water staring at this door, with a sword strapped to her belt. You notice Zephyr staring at this door, and you look at this door. The first thing you notice about this door is there are marks and runes, but a lot of them have been, for lack of a better word, redacted. Like things have been scraped off. Sorry, I'm just checking my lore and clues really quickly, because the last thing we want to do is give like wrong information, and then that's the worst. this door feels almost like there's something sentient about it. Like it's like you can almost feel the wood breathing. Like it's listening and waiting for something. On the runes below it, are carved a magical language, and you don't know how you know it, but you know them as word marks, and you don't know where you got that phrase or that name. And as you're staring at this door, the words seem to transform in front of you. Speak a secret, tell it true, and enter.
I'm not sure if I'm remembering this or composing it. I don't think my violin really knows the difference. And I think she'd bend down and kind of run her fingers over it over and over again, trying to think, trying to find what kind of carving this is. Like, is this a magical carving? Was this chipped in physically? Like, what kind of artistry is this?
On that nat 20, I will fully tell you, these are carved in a way that could only have been done magically.
Okay.
This was not even done by hand. This was carved through magical means. Did anyone else make any rolls?
I did, in fact. And
What?
you're not going to believe it.
What?
But, well, one, something tells me that I might be able to assist here, potentially, about what those markings might mean, per se. I rolled a nat 20.
Listen, gang. That's wild. That is wild. Savante, specifically, what are you looking for at this door?
I'm looking for it to tell me something that I know how to understand. You mentioned the etchings, that it's a bit magical.
Mm-hmm.
I have a thing with magic, and methinks I can figure this out. It's not my first time.
On a nat 20, you roll up to this door. Zephyr and Melody, you notice this swaggering, seemingly very charismatic individual kind of roll up to the door, staring at it. And Savante, in your mind and in your ear, you hear, a locked door. What a bore. Seems like we have to engage in a chore, for we need to get the lore. What would you you definitely get the sense, because Savante, your magic is based in deals. You've been making deals all your life. This is nothing more than a deal. It's an exchange. You realize, oh, to get this open, I have to exchange something. It wants a secret, and the door will open. That is what you connect. I want to jump as you three are exploring that. Cassandra,
Hi.
how are you feeling as you got knocked over by this bro Chacho, who's looking at this door, kind of knocked you unconscious? You roll over. How is Cassandra feeling in this moment?
Cassandra's feeling like, what the fuck? And she rolled a 4. So, just to break that nat 20 strike. She really had to just do
No,
a
that's
low ball here. But yeah, I rolled a 4 for whatever the hell that means. So take me through my torture,
no, we'll call it
because I'm just
perception.
confused.
And unfortunately, thanks to our dear friend Ashley M, who donated $10.
Ashley, you saved me. You're gonna save me?
She didn't save you. She wanted to see you suffer more. She's going to take
Oh!
away a D6.
Oh!
And that's a 4. So you get a 0.
Oh!
It's an amazing number. Late edition brought to us
Oh my
by our
God.
friends
No.
in Arabia. Yes.
I regret
0.
rolling. I should have rolled.
So on this perception, Cassandra, you are looking around, and
Who are these people?
you don't know who these people are. You, it's a fear and a panic that has, if I may say, I think has turned to rage,
Mm.
right? Because you, it's that thing where you can't even remember what you're supposed to remember. You don't even know what to think about, and in your ear, aren't you tired of fighting?
Mm.
It can be so simple. Just let it go.
Mm-mm. No, sir. I want to, but no, I'm not going to. Not yet. I'm not going to give in.
You hear a deep chuckle and a laugh,
Mm.
and you hear, "For one has suffered so much, one would think you're starting to enjoy it." And you feel this shadow move away. Mirella, is there anything you're doing in this moment?
I'm looking at everybody and I'm like, what the hell just happened? Straight up. I rolled a 10. I'm trying to figure out what's going on, but I really just want to ask what everybody else is thinking. So I kind of talk to some people.
Are you rolling when you're figuring out what's going on, are you looking at the other people in the space, or are you looking more at your environment?
Yeah, I'm looking more at the people, looking at all of you.
Well, you rolled a 10.
Stop looking at me.
Well, unfortunately,
I'm hearing voices.
oh wait, we don't know. We don't know what they're doing. On a 10, are you looking at anybody specifically?
I'm with everybody, right?
Yeah, you are all in the same cobbled courtyard.
Okay, I'm looking at the warlock. I don't trust him.
There's something on a 10.
Nothing.
You don't really get anything, but here's what I will say. Even on a 10, you don't know. It's probably because you two, even on a 10, his shadow is weird. It seems like anytime he moves or shifts, there's it's like a latency with his shadow, because that's a word you would all know, latency, in a fantasy world. No, there seems to be almost like a delay, like his shadow moves a half a second too late. And that's what you get from that. Gang, you are all in this space. What do you do? Do any of you say anything to each other?
I feel like Melody kind of is barely registering the other people with her and is kind of whispering secret, 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 and starts to hum. And I'd like to sing at the door, if possible. I don't know if I should make a check for that or if I can.
What do you sing?
Okay, I'm not going to sing it. I'll read you what I've written here. I know what you're holding. I know what you keep. I've carried a secret too heavy for sleep. Mine for yours then, a door for a door. I'll give you the thing I was saving it for. I danced in a library. I sang and was seen. I'll give you that memory. Tell me what mine means. Open or don't, but the songs all through. Some doors open outward, some open in you. And then she stands and looks to everyone and says, I hope that was worth what I gave.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Okay. 7 plus 2, so it's a 9.
Well, thanks to our dear friend Mooncat, who not only donated $50, but $55. I know it says give the DM a nat 20, but I live for this shit. Like, if you ever want to, I know I always say all you have to do is slap me on the ass and tell me I'm pretty. I'll do whatever you want. Like, also, if you just throw, like, listen, I'm a sucker for bards. I am going to give my nat 20 to Melody here with that incredible writing and performance. Hey, Joe, have you ever thought about like maybe writing or becoming?
I
an
should
author?
look into it.
You might want to think about that. I can mansplain that to you at any point if you need me. But the door shutters and then seems to. Holy shit! We got a poet. A sound seems to come from the door. So you're kind of like a wordsmith or something.
Something like that. It's probably the nicest way anyone's ever said it to me.
Well, listen, I don't get visited a lot. You know, being attached and being what I am, but God, that like completely made my day. What is your name?
Oh, they call me the bad luck song, Melody Desdemona, at your service. And she takes a bow, her like bow and violin in hand.
Melody Desdemona. Huh. Well, something tells me, Melody, that well, that may be your name where you came from, but I don't know if that's your name. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like I've heard this story before. In a different room. People I can't remember.
Oh, no, I've been experiencing that too. Like, I was at a place, and I know I was attached to a door, but I don't remember which door. And it was like in a dungeon, and it was dark, and I don't remember. But listen, I do know what my job is here, and it's if you give me a secret, you get to go in to this locked up labyrinth. Are you sure you want to go in here?
Hush now, hinges. Hush now, key. I've stood in a place just like this before. The dark knows the shape of what wants to be free, but the dark knows the sound of an opening door. Open up to me.
Are you flirting with me? Because if you are, it's working. You see at the doorknob a little bit of a face seems to appear. Goes,
Melody wants to reach out and just tickle him a little bit.
Well, listen. Normally, I ask for consent, but like, listen, if you're gonna wax poetic at me, not once but twice, like that's definitely gonna earn you a tickle. Oh, Melody, you're an absolute delight. I haven't experienced anything like. I haven't experienced any. Well, I don't know how long I've been here. To be honest with you, it's like the more I try to remember, it's like it slips away like fallen sand or ash. Anyway, this is like one of those crossing the threshold moments, and it's like, oh, you have to agree to do it, like, you know, in all the stories, but it is a library after all. So I'm gonna open the door for you. But remember, Melody, You've got a voice, kid. You've got the chops. I don't know if you've thought about going into performance, but remember, a voice and a music and magic like yours, it doesn't draw attention just from nice things. You know what I mean? A siren call attracts all sorts of things, so just be careful in there.
Well, the dark's always been my safe place, so thank you, my friend.
Damn,
And she
Melody.
just grips that handle. Just turns it.
You feel, Melody, you feel an energy kind of move through this door as it opens up. Darkness within. Do you cross the threshold?
Absolutely. And I feel like she would kind of prance ahead. She'd be like, "Let's go, everybody."
You enter and disappear into this veil of shadow. Everybody else, Zephyr, Savante, Lorelei, Cassandra, and Mirella,
Dude.
you all have just randomly dropped into this place. You were
Yeah.
in a different world. You're trying to, the more you heard this brass door, and you also recognize that feeling of like almost like slipping sand. The more you try to remember something, it fades away. Cassandra, I saw your hand. What's up?
Yeah, I mean, I know they're like I landed by a tree and like there's cobblestone and then there's this building, this library. What else? I'm looking around. What is all around this? Is there anywhere else to run to? Do I have to go up to the library with all these people that I don't know?
So as you're looking around, you see the yew tree that's split, and Savante, the person that seemed to walk up and check in on the door, came from. You see a hawthorn tree in the distance, but there is something so bizarre about this world. You go to walk to the edge of this cobblestone, and it's like you've smacked into masking, like somebody has put up like theater flats, and you go to touch it, and it's like you can see the horizon. You can see like fields and mist and everything in the distance, but you put your hand on it, and it's like you're touching a painting.
Is this I might be at this moment like Cassandra's realizing like I'm trapped. Like wherever I am, there's no way out but maybe through. And I just watched, this woman singing to a door, so weird, go through it. And I feel like Cassandra is just sitting here thinking like, I got to figure out all of the other exit plans before I join these strangers in their journey and quest to get into this building that I don't know anything about.
Cassandra, give me an insight check. That is an intelligence-based check. You just roll that d20.
Watch, it's going to be like a 2. A 10, and then
A 10. Perfect.
my intelligence. Wait, yeah, I have a -1.
7, and then dang.
I'm so not doing great.
No, hey, the dice.
Can someone
told the
help
story.
me?
You'd roll-
Donate
no.
some money and help me, please. Don't take away points. Please give me a nat 20 or something.
Well, Alicia S. Beautifully did donate some money. Unfortunately, it was to take away a D8 from your roll, Cassandra. I'm really enjoying watching you suffer.
Alicia!
So thank you, Alicia.
That's my friend. How dare you?
But luckily, it's only a 1. So that is a 6. On a 6 insight.
Man,
as
I'm not gonna really know what the hell's going on. I'm
you're
really trying to figure it out though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you are trying to figure this out, and you simply cannot. Zephyr.
Yeah, I figured I needed to chime in here.
Mhm.
As clearly the quote unquote elder of this band of what I can only describe as prepubescent human variants of some kind. I looked at the door. I'm squaring up, and I'm thinking, it doesn't necessarily feel dangerous. It feels a little familiar. I feel like maybe I've been here at some point before. I've walked through this door. However, this lady over here, child, really, with like the sheet music and the things. Listen, I let her do her thing. If we need someone like a sacrificial lamb to like test it out, just to like kind of like make sure. Like,
Can
let her do her thing.
Can I call back through the doorway to them?
No,
Yeah.
no. Veto. But she's singing, and beyond that, I at least kind of take a gander around. I'm surrounded by women, females. So I mean, saving grace. Other
Can I
than
just say that I would just
this-
follow her right in the door? Like,
Man.
I just know,
that's fair.
like, daggers
fair.
out, Steve in one hand, dagger in the other hand. Fuck it, let's go.
Totally fair. But I see the only man over here immediately now. He has a lot to say, which immediately just listening ears have turned off. But we're gonna let this lady singing. We're gonna let her just give her a little push, little shove, depending on how this all worked out. Clearly, she's made her way in there. I'm gonna look around. That one in the back, the blonde, looks concerned. We'll bring everybody. I'll at least rally the troops. We've had the tough subject. She's gone in. All right, gang, let's go. Let's hurry it up. I got things to do. Let's go.
I want to call
where
back
I'm at.
out from inside. A little ditty. I just wrote.
She's fine. She's totally fine.
I feel like I'm calling out from inside. Come along, come along. The dark isn't cruel. It's only the light that makes shadows look full. I've walked worse than this in places less kind. The corridor's empty that I could find. Come now.
Send the man next. Savante, go ahead.
Savante,
Me.
on that, yeah, go. What do you say?
You're suggesting I follow her through the door, is what you're saying. How curious. I am curious about what is through that door. Yeah. I'll happily.
Come now. The things we're being
Follow
afraid
this.
of don't wait in hallways. They wait for you to stop moving. Come.
I feel comfortable in this environment right now. I feel safe to follow.
Amazing.
And I choose to.
Can I
As you
just say
go-
I follow without open arms? I am already there. I am full steam
Lorelai's my
ahead.
bestie. Yay.
You have to
again,
give a
Steve-
secret, Lorelai. You have to give the door a secret. Or
As-
flirt with it.
You both go to cross the threshold. It feels like smacking into a stone wall, but stone walls usually don't shove back and toss you to the ground. And you hear a Did you not listen to what the transcription said? You got to give me a secret or I can't let you in. Listen, I don't make the rules. I don't even know how I got here. I'm just the doorknob. But you got to pay the toll. You know what I mean? Libraries, they're really struggling. We need to I know things are expensive, but you got to give money to them. You want the libraries to exist. Like everything comes with a price.
No, he is right. He did say that.
Does Steve understands my position, and Steve being my familiar offers up a secret of their own?
Only for you would I do this. Steve approaches, his tail wagging.
Her tail. Steve is a girl.
Steve is a girl. I am sorry for misgendering. Steve, rest in power. She approaches the door, sits on her haunches, and goes, "Well, I will offer this. I have protected libraries for many lives. And for that service, I fully expect to be accommodated as a veteran. And my two-legged companion, my familiar, she wishes to also come in. And you hear the doorknob go. And here, Lorelei, I'm actually going to ask for a give me. Do you know? Can you all tell how much I like insight checks? Give me a. Give me an insight check into Steve.
Just like, what do you want to know about Steve?
Give me a because you know everything about, but there is a statement here about lives working in libraries that you've gone through this portal and some of your memory has been erased, but I think you're curious about that. If you wouldn't mind, just roll a d20 and add your intelligence modifier.
Okay. 9, and then let's see. Intelligence is +2.
So 11. Lita P. I'm so sorry if I said your name wrong. Donated $10. Gave you some bardic inspiration to add a d6 to this. That is a 6. So that 11 becomes an 18. Looking at Steve, Lorelei, a memory organically comes to your head. The cat, Steve, she's talking about libraries. She's talking about service and protecting them. You get a flash in your mind of robes and a library, a giant library that seemed to spiral and go down forever. And a feeling of fear, joy, comfort. You don't remember when and you don't remember how, but you have stepped into the darkness of a library before. And you don't remember when and you don't remember how, but you know you can do this. And with Steve offering up, and you hear the door go, well, listen, I am certainly not one to deny a veteran. Thank you so much for your service. The multiversal library system owes you a debt we can never repay. Please pass through. And Lorelei, you feel as if you and Steve can cross this threshold.
So we cross the threshold. Like,
Would you like to cross the threshold?
I would love to cross the threshold with Steve in my hand. I want to pick Steve back up because I don't trust it fully, and I want to protect Steve at all costs.
Yes, well, it's the least you could do. And don't expect. Listen, this is not a charity. I'm not going to hand everything out. I'm not going to do all the work for you. And as you two cross into the darkness, Zephyr, Savante, and Mirella, how are we feeling? What are we doing?
I feel like I'm risky. I like to take risks. I'm looking around and I'm like, I need to jump through this door and see what's going on.
I was about to come up to you. Don't leave me.
You can if you want to.
You do whatever you want to do. I'm still waiting back then. I just thought you were a little bit more cautious.
No, I'm flashy and risky.
All right, go for it.
As you I'm going to say, as you both have this exchange, will both of you give me insight checks into each other?
Sure. Wow, I rolled a 3. Please help.
A 3. Unfortunately,
I rolled a 19.
Read me to Felth, why don't you?
Well, Megan A donated $10.
Sorry,
to take away a D6, and Mirella was the first roll. So that 3 becomes a 1, a dirty 1, as a matter of fact, not a nat 1. On that nat 1, you are staring at this person that has just articulated. Like, what I thought you'd be more cautious, and you stop, and you felt like you had a moment where you recognized this person, but all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, no, there's no way. Cassandra, what did you roll?
A 19.
You have definitely met this person before.
Mm.
And you don't know how, and you don't know why, but there is something, it's like tugging on the back of your head, or there's a tongue. You see, you don't know what it is. There's something in the grace and the movement, in the response that Mirella gives you. You can't help but feel there's a familiarity here, though you may not be, you cannot necessarily articulate or remember what it is or why you feel that way.
I think I'm also, I mean,
and I'm like, why are you staring at me?
She does look familiar.
Why are you looking at me?
But
I
honestly,
don't know who you are.
I'm looking at all these people, and I'm wondering, now that I've realized that we're trapped, and now that I've realized that it's between the cobblestones that we stay here, or it's going into this mysterious building, why are we not talking to each other before doing this? People are just entering this building. The warlock guy, whatever the hell, he's standing over there ready to give a secret and go in, and I'm sitting here, and I was looking at the two other females thinking, okay, well, they haven't really approached the door like this yet. So maybe I can talk to them, and maybe we can kind of figure out, get our bearings, because everyone else just seems to be gung-ho for the damn door. But now I realize maybe Zephyr is the only person who might be thinking logically here. I don't really know, but maybe I'm on an island of my own is kind of how Cassandra's feeling right now.
Sure. Oh, what does Cassandra do?
Well, I think at this point, once she recognizes this other woman who's staring at her, right? I don't know her name. I guess I might ask her what her name is, because she looks so familiar. So what is your name?
My name is Manila. What's yours?
Cassandra.
And why don't I believe her? I'm just not trusting anybody, but I want to see what's in the door, because I'm just that type of person. I need to know what's going on.
I need to know what's going on with Zephyr.
Do you want to walk up and talk to Zephyr?
I am. I think I'm done right here. Like, I think that she's not really going to be on. I don't even think it's on my side, but she's ready to go through the door as well. And I don't know if we can work together, because no one's stopping to think about where we are. We all just got put here, and we're all, I'm the only one, I feel like, not wanting to go through the door right away.
Cassandra, the secret was required for me, but I'm not so adept to want to give a secret to that door.
Is that so? So how are you going to get through it? And do you know any way to get out of here? Do you know any spells? Like, what are we doing? Why are we here?
Your guess is as good as mine. I want to figure out this too. Although this door seems to be, except for what may be around us, this quite looks like the topic of opportunity right now that we should be focused on, because there is a door, and I'm trying to figure out how I got here too.
Where else are we going to go? The bard called to us from the inside. She's clearly alive.
We don't know her either. Did anyone say 2 words to her before she sang at the door and walked in? Maybe she's part of the trap. She had really great songs. Who just comes up with that right off the bat?
Connor.
Crazy.
A really good writer.
While I'm
from the other side.
While I'm loving this conversation of all of them chit-chatting and all that, I have this thing I also know. I'm my character, I'm very much I believe, like, I figured, like, I know what I need to do. These people, I don't know what they're dealing with, right, or what they're talking about, but I have this thing, right, this proficiency in something called Shadow Touched.
Yes.
I am curious if what I can do can sneak through this door without giving that secret. by using my?
Yeah, you can certainly try. If you
Now-
want to.
Yes, as in for myself, because I'm curious if I can go through here right now.
Yeah, give me an Arcana check. This is another intelligence-based check. Just trying to understand the magic and the nature of this door.
All right. So D20.
Can I give him bardic inspiration?
100%.
Yay!
Bardic inspiration. I don't know what that is, but I'll take it.
You get an extra D8.
All right. This is for the 20, right? D20.
Yep, D20.
On the table. It is a 10.
Okay, and then roll that D8.
Standing by for digital because I don't have an 8. A 1. Fabulous.
Well, glad I wasted it on you.
Appreciate the effort.
Oh no! What is that total roll, Sven?
That was a 11.
Okay, so on an 11, I'm going to say this because you also rolled a nat 20 previously on understanding the runes on this door. This is some old magic. And although you have never known your shadow's name, Sven, you know enough about eldritch magic that seems to come and pull and require a price. You know what it is to try and cheat something this old and this powerful. And it's dangerous. You know that much like dealing with a fae or fairy, sometimes a truth can be bent. Sometimes it's all how you word a truth.
How I word a truth. What do you mean by that?
In a sense, like it's all how you tell the story. I can say, you know, I stubbed my toe, or I can say, you know, the wall tripped me, right? Both are. Politicians are so good at this, Sven. They are masters at it is all how you tell the story.
Sure.
Truth can sometimes be an amalgamous thing depending on the intention and how it is worded. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Perfect.
And so with that, now I'm trying to understand that I do know what this can cost me, right? I understand.
What can it cost you?
Well, it does want a name. I'm also very curious that Zephyr here was so quick to suggest that I walk through this door.
Yeah.
And something tells me that the name of Zephyr. Something tells me that name is important. But.
And she's just quiet. Why is she so silent?
She's been oddly quiet.
But
I'm reading you.
I like her.
I feel like this name that this door wants, the secret. I'm trying to I want to know if this is a secret that I.
You don't have any white lie to tell this dang door.
I told you all I didn't trust the warlock. I still
I'm
don't.
about to push you through.
Well, I must say,
I trusted the bard. I trust the bard more than the warlock.
You would trust the warlock, the one that was suggested to walk through so quickly off that Zephyr wanted for me to be the one to walk through. the name of Zephyr.
Yeah.
Is
What
that
if I?
something
What if I? How can I persuade you to walk through? Is
We
that an
can't walk
option?
through unless he does what the door wants.
the door wants a name?
It wants a secret.
It is a secret, and it's something that I feel like I don't remember the name, but there's a part of me that does, and I'm trying really hard to figure out what that name was.
Jerry.
Give me, Savante, give me, I'm going to let you either make an insight or one last insight or history check. I'm going to check my handy dandy notes here.
Mhm.
And actually, because you are having this conversation, Val, I'd ask for an insight roll, but thank you to Kathleen T, who gave $50 an automatic crit to Val.
Girl.
She says, give Val / Cassandra a nat 20 because I love her dearly. Get it, girls, and go team.
I love you. Thank you.
So
Thank you.
with that $50, Savante, first I'm going to ask for your roll.
I roll. Ooh. Okay. I'm not one for. I'm gonna take a photo of this because I.
Is that a nat 20?
Hmm.
Is that a nat 20, Savante?
I don't know if you want to call that beginner's luck or not, but that is surely the best that I've ever seen. That is a 20.
With 2 nat 20s, here's what happens. Savante, you're asking about the nature and thinking about a way to finagle out of this. And in your head, you hear that voice that plagues you and scratches at your head every day, every moment. The reason you are never alone. Slippery, slippery. He was a rogue. He was a sneak. He was a captain. He was a thief. Do you not remember, Savante? And you get a flash in your mind, Savante, of the smell of sea and salt. You feel a flash of maybe tattoos on the back of your hands. And you see yourself sailing on the ocean, free. A powerhouse. A deal maker incarnate. And as soon as you have thought it, the door goes, a sailor and a trickster to be true. You may enter, Savante, but be careful who you make deals with. The house always wins. And you feel as if you are able to cross through Cassandra on your nat 20. You're staring at Savante, this dude. And you get a flash of blades crossing, of a feeling of rage, but also, and I truly apologize because I cannot think of another phrase or word to describe this, but also the feeling of like brattiness every time you kind of look at Savante. There is just this almost unbearable itch to poke at him, but in a way that you feel like you know this individual. And you get a flash of a crown and a beach. Waves crashing, the feeling of hopelessness tied with deep love. And you don't, it's like the sand of that beach is dropping through your hands, but you have the image across from you, a flash of darkness, waves crashing on the beach, and from the door, you hear, "You've been through a lot. I don't know why, but I just I feel your secret is suffering. You have suffered." And as that secret is revealed, a secret that may not have even been consciously known to you, you feel this veil lift, and as if you can cross the threshold. Lorelei, who has already crossed, Zephyr and Mirella. Well, first I'll ask Savante and Cassandra, what do you do with that information?
Are you crossing?
This is after we've crossed into it?
No, we have to choose to
The
cross.
flash we just saw. Oh yeah. Are we both standing at that right there at that moment in front of that? Or Cassandra, did she walk up to me or next to it in front of it? Cassandra?
I'm standing next to you.
Perfect. So you both are standing right at this threshold.
I look at you, for a second, wondering if processing what I just saw, and curious if you saw something too, but not curious enough to ask right now. But something about you feels like it was a part of a deal I've made in the past.
No roll necessary, Savante. You feel a gilded gold thread. Deals, deals, deals. What a web. But careful. If you have so many, you'll never find the thread.
Is this something I just heard or she heard?
Yeah, this is that voice in your head, and you feel much like that gilded contract that you feel to this entity. You feel a gold tether and a something deeper attached to Cassandra.
Are you going in or not?
I reach my hand out to you to extend my hand to hold yours. And I say, let's walk through it together. Something tells me that's a better idea.
I turn around and look at the other two women. And then I turn back and look at the door. And then I ask the door, can one of them take my place?
You trying to throw us in the door, girl?
I'm trying to save you from sharing your own secrets.
Oh. I mean, I already wanted to go in, so.
Cassandra, that ask to, as you say that, as you maybe not even knowing why yourself offer to pay for somebody else, you hear that slithering, growly voice again. You just can't help it, can you? Suffer, suffer, suffer. Would it not be easier to just stop? Do you think this is noble? Do you think your suffering is noble?
I just want to do the right thing.
As you say, I just want to do the right thing. No roll necessary. You pick up, there's a feeling of annoyance from this entity that's speaking to you. There's a feeling of a laugh and a retreat, but that landed.
Mm.
You know what I mean? That truth, that undeniable truth, personal truth that you just offered. This voice is forced to retreat in the face of that. What would you like to do?
I would like an answer from those two women behind me, from the door. I'm buckling down and I want to know, can one of them take my place?
Kid. Listen, I don't know. Well, we couldn't have met each other because, like, I just have this weird feeling. One of the hardest lessons we all have to learn, okay? And take it from me, when I was a young piece of brass, we all want to do all the things. We all want to save the world. Sometimes you got to put on your own mask first, right? Like, we all want to do all the things for other people. But sometimes the greatest act of love is letting people go on their own journeys.
No.
What do you mean, no?
Please let them take my place. I will give you 2 secrets when they are all inside.
The library shudders at that. Oh, well, that's very interesting. Give me a... Wait. I was going to ask for a roll, Cassandra, but thank you to Sammy C. Sammy Coyle, I believe that is Mod Sammy, who has offered $50, gives you a nat 20 on this persuasion check. Zephyr and Mirella, you feel almost like a chain or a tether lifted, and you feel the library has accepted this deal if you two consent.
I'm going to allow Mira to go first because I need to have a quick conversation with Blondie.
Oh.
I think I would waste no time and be like, I'm ready to go through the door.
You feel yourself, Mirella, cross through. As you cross through, give me a perception check. Thank you to Amber, who donated $30 to give you a D12 of Bardic Inspiration. Go ahead and roll a D20 for me.
Thank you. My rolls have sucked.
Yeah, and then go ahead and add 12 to that. Let me know what you get. I'll resolve with you in a second. I'm going to cut back to this scene with Cassandra and Zephyr.
Sorry, I'm only rolling a 20 first?
Yeah, just roll a 20. Roll a 12. Add your
perception.
Perception. Add your wisdom modifier. Thank you. And I'm gonna cut back to Zephyr. What do you say as you roll up to Cassandra here?
I absolutely recognize her. I can't quite place her, but I can definitely tell that out of the group of people thus far, this one, whether she's willing to admit it or not, needs the most help.
Mm.
So as she's walking towards me, I kind of tell her to stop for a minute. Just stand right there for a second. Maybe put your fingers in your ears. And I turn around and I have something to say to the door. And what I say to the door is, listen, buddy, I know you recognize my face. And for some reason, I recognize yours. I don't know why and I don't know when, but I know that I need to get in that door, get into that library, because for some reason, it's my duty to protect the stories that are inside that library. You know it. I know it. Let me in. Let me do my job. That one back there, the blondie, you already know she's been through enough. You already told her that. Don't make her give up 2 secrets. It's the only thing she's got left. What do you say?
Give me a charisma-based check. And I'm just going to check rolls really quickly. Donations. Aubrey, go ahead and give me a charisma-based check. Well, it'll be you can make this, honestly, because of like the stern, gentle mothering that is happening right now. You can choose to give me deception or persuasion. I'll take either one and do so with advantage. So that for those of you that don't know, if advantage simply means our player gets to roll a d20, a 20-sided die twice, and take the higher of those 2 rolls.
All right, here we go. First one, 4.
Okay.
Second one, 14.
14, perfect.
Charisma?
Yep.
+1.
So 15. That is exactly the DC you needed. For those of you that don't know, DC is a difficulty class. This is sometimes we set a this is where we set a modifier for difficulty for a skill challenge. You, before the doorknob says anything, you feel, you can't describe it because it's brass, it's metal, but almost this perceptible like what you could only describe as like a release or a drop of a like shoulders. And as you hear this voice look at you and say, she's not the only one who has suffered and given a lot, huh? Seems like you have too. And God, I must be getting soft in my old age. All right, come on in. You get the sense that he has accepted this deal. You are allowed to cross through, and he will take only one more secret from Cassandra instead of 2 with that roll. Cassandra, what do you say as you cross in, what is the secret you reveal to the door?
I haven't revealed any secret left. Yeah, yet, because Savante is still standing there, hasn't decided to cross through yet. And so I'm waiting. And I ask him, what are you waiting for?
You're waiting for me to cross through before you choose to give the secret to the door.
Yes.
Why?
It's my secret. Mine and the doors.
Yes, but something tells me that
Please.
What did you just see? Did you see something? Did this door reveal something to you?
No.
Cassandra, give
buy
me
it.
a deception check. And Savante, give me an insight check.
Oh, what? Do we have a plus or
Oh,
minus
yes,
for that, or
I'm
is
so
it
sorry.
just a?
Yeah, so 1d20, and go ahead and add your charisma modifier to that,
Okay.
Cassandra.
I got a 17. And my
Well, you actually didn't, because thanks to Stephanie C.
Well, my charisma is also +2.
Oh, so you got a 19?
Yeah.
Well, and thanks to Stephanie C., who has given you 1d6 of bardic inspiration. Thank you, Stephanie. Specifically for Cassandra, that becomes an 18. Savante, what did you get?
I rolled a 5 and with a +2 charisma.
So with a 7, yeah. So yeah, she's telling the truth. It must have only revealed to you.
Weird. Well, with that information of what I knew, I do decide to try to cross through it now with that. Now, what?
Good luck.
I'll take it. Methinks I know what I'm doing.
I hope you all do.
And I decide to walk through it by myself.
You breeze through without any resistance at all.
Now it's just
Cassandra,
me and the
what do you
door.
say to the door?
Now it's just you and I.
Well, I'm waiting with bated breath.
You said you don't remember how long you've been here. Do you remember how many secrets you have?
I remember. You see, these little eyes kind of scrunch up and goes, I remember a lot of secrets, but it wasn't my job to collect them, was it? No, it was, I remember secrets. I remember a man. He created me. And he left clues. I've carried a lot of secrets and seen a lot of things.
How is it that you let in this many people, 5 people, with no secrets truly given?
You see, he's trying to tell you something, and it seems like there's something gagging the doorknob. I can't. You want to know the truth, kid? I got a secret for you.
Always.
Those are the first 5 people that I remember letting through this door. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what Twilight Zone episode I'm in. But what I do know is that something was supposed to happen. You all were supposed to end up. There's something that's needed. You've thrown an old wrench into the mechanism. You know what I'm saying?
This is a very curious situation, and you're a very curious door. It just seems like you are allowed to bend the rules as you see fit. It's not hard-coded into your magic that you must receive a secret to let us in. And that is really weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is there any secret you can share for me that will help me when I go through those doors? And I will so gladly give you the one that I've been saving this entire time.
Give me a persuasion check. Add a D12 because Amber donated $30 to give you bardic inspiration. Val,
16.
16. And I am going to add a D12 to you because I can. Amber, thank you so much for that $30 donation.
Thank
That turns
you.
out to an 8. That's so high. That's such a high roll. That's disgustingly high.
Tell me something that will help me, Dor, when I go through this. Give me an advantage. I don't know these people. I feel like I know some of them from somewhere, but I don't know who I'm really dealing with, and I feel like I need an advantage before I enter those doors.
Kid, you say my magic isn't bound. It's not true. There are things I just can't say. But what I will say to you is Cassandra is not your real name. And you do know those people. Not maybe in a literal sense. But you are all more than what he is trying to turn you into. Do you understand? If you want to know the truth, I know it's been so much and I know it's been so long, but you're just going to have to suffer a little bit more.
So there's pain awaiting for us through those doors.
Most certainly.
Thank you. Here's my secret. I wasn't always human. Can I go through the door now?
You feel a breeze across your face as you say that. A twinkle. And all you hear is good luck, kid. You're going to need it. And you are allowed to cross through the door.
I turn back and I say, if there's a way that I can get you out of here, I will. And then I go through.
Though you cannot see it, and none of your companions, as they have walked, and you hurry to catch up down this long, seemingly dark stone corridor, a seemingly impossible thing happens. Brass, metal, weeps. And that's where we're going to take our break. We will be back in 10 minutes, gang. Thank you so much for the donations. I would love to just give a quick recap and shout out to our dear friends, players. You are more than welcome. Please grab a drink of water, do your thing. I know it's a lot. Gang, introducing characters, getting everybody set up. Listen, it's like a British play, right? Act one, that exposition. It's always a thing. Gang, we had Vero, we had Rachel, we had Mel, Amber, Catherine, Ashley, Mooncat, Alicia S, Lita, Megan A, Kathleen T, Sammy C, Amber, Stephanie C, gang, Mel, who just threw $10 in to give Aubrey a D6 of Bardic Inspiration on her next roll. Gang, thank you so much for tuning in, for beep-bopping around with us. For those of you that maybe just signing in, we have a little Bardic Inspiration or Desperation tier. We're here raising money for our friends over in Whimsy Gossip. $10 gets you to add or subtract a D6. $20 gets you to add or subtract a D8. $30, you add or subtract a D12, and then $50, gang, you can give a player a critical success or failure. We got a QR code right at the top of your screen. Wow, what a party. I hope everybody's doing well. I am just like, I know it sounds crazy because it's a problem. This is why I have to give another shout out to my mods and the incredible team, Maddie and Mandy, and everybody on the Bardic Book Club team for always keeping me honest. Because, gang, I love doing this so much, and I will look down and I'll get going and I'll look up and 6 hours is shot by. I know, especially for those of you on the East Coast, it is super late. So thank you for tuning in and hanging out with us. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much, gang. For the well wishes in the chat. Oh man, that's so nice. Yeah. Listen. Should you go to bed? I don't think so. Boo! It's Bam. What is bed? What is sleep? In this economy? You're sleeping in this economy? No, gang. I hope everybody's doing well, safe, happy, and healthy. Yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Oh yeah, thank you so much. Oh, gang, you're so kind. Yeah, a special shout out for the PCs, gang. This is especially for new players. All of this can be deeply vulnerable and overwhelming. I also want to give a shout out to them, to thanking them for their vulnerability and going hard, and for ruining my game immediately. Gang, that's why we plan. We don't plan because plans will never survive contact with the PCs. You need to know this as a DM. You make a plan, and then the PCs immediately blow it up, as they should, because you make the plans for the planning, so you know how to pivot and readjust things. Gang, Kelsey just donated $50. Kelsey, thank you so much. Oh, gang, it has been a crazy weekend. I'm sure it's been a crazy weekend and week for all of you. If I burst out into tears randomly, don't even worry about it. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a pretty stoic guy normally. I don't really show my emotions, but every once in a while I get a little bit of allergies, so don't even mind that. Kelsey, thank you so much for the $50 donation, and for all of you, whether it is $1, $3, $5. Your donation is not it's not just giving money. It is belief. It is bardic inspiration. It is an investment into incredible artists. And I just simply don't think that can be overstated. You know, when you I like to think, my dad used to tell me, you know, giving money is an act of belief, right? Like and so thank you for your belief in Whimsy Gossip. Thank you for the belief in this project, because I like good stories, and I like good stories told in the most compelling way possible. And the team and the artists that I'm constantly surrounded with, and Whimsy Gossip, they are just incredible. And I feel lucky and privileged to be able to be here with all of you, to be able to hang out, and party hardy. Gang, we're going to be back right at the top of the hour, wherever you are. So sit tight. We'll be back for you brave hearts in about 120 seconds. All right, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Oh, friends, how we doing? We ready to get back into some D&D? You having fun? I'm having a blast. I get to hang out and torment and flirt and help my friends. It's great. It's the best job in the world. I'm so excited. They're doing so well. Gang, let's bring back our incredible players. For those of you that are just joining us, welcome back to Connor the Bard. We're going to bring in the midnight hour here with my special guests, Mirella, Zephyr, Melody, Savante, Lorelei, with Steve the cat, as well as Cassandra. Friends, our heroes have found themselves ripped from their respective worlds and dropped into some seemingly Salvador Dali hodgepodge child-esque drawing of a world between worlds, as it were. A place that seems to be hodgepodge, amalgamized. Our heroes, after a lengthy and weighty price exchange with this world's magic, have crossed the threshold into this library, what is seemingly a library. Once again, gang, feel free to donate the story. We have a QR code here in the bottom left corner. Scan to donate. Watch for a message in Kickstarter, and tell us how you want to affect the game. $10. You can add or take away a D6, a six-sided die from any of our players, including me. You can give me disadvantage. You can give any NPC, whether they're villains or allies, disadvantage. $20. You can add or take away an 8-sided die. $30, add or take away a 12-sided die, and then $50 will give a nat 1 or nat 20 inspiration, automatic success or failure to the person of your choice. Without further ado, friends, we dive back in. All 6 of you cross this threshold and are met with a darkness that feels deeper and thicker than darkness. You're walking down a long hallway, and the hallway opens up, and I think the first thing you notice is a black chandelier. It's strange. It seems to be glowing with firelight, but it's changing. Sometimes that firelight is violet, sometimes it's orange, sometimes it's yellow, and seemingly moving. And if the color change was not disconcerting, the fact that it seems to be floating without any anchor or chain to support it, in a ceiling that is seemingly made of mist and fog and smoke, certainly is. You look around, at objects, books, shelves, a desk that are seemingly floating, unattached, as if they seems to have been ripped and placed and pushed together. Anybody that wants to can give me an investigation, an insight check, perception check, arcana, and if anybody wants to say anything or have a conversation, please feel free to just wave down and do that as well. Melody.
Well, first of all, Melody has something to say. I heard the rogue, which is so rare a feat. She fears our party did not enough meat. So she turns and faces the entire party. So let me see. She looks over at Morella. Deep violet, almost black, the kind of color that doesn't ask permission. Purple flames for a girl who performs like she means it, and means it like she could burn the room down. Your name is?
My name is Mirella. And I've heard yours several times now, Miss Desdemona.
At your service. A name you should not soon forget.
Oh, I
Uh,
will
sh-
not. A fellow
she-
performer, I see.
Oh, so you understand what it's like to live under the lights.
I do.
She
And-
turns to Savante, and I think she would just study him for a minute. Like, really take him in. Salt and pepper. Long coat. Red underneath. The kind of man who gets called magnetic right before someone realizes they've drifted too close. What's your name?
The name's Savant,
Hmm.
Miss Desmona, excuse
Yeah,
me.
you'll get it next time. She turns to Lorelai. Brown curls, green leather. Something embroidered that looks like it was made by hands that love her. Oh, she holds still the way wild things do, not calm, just watching. And you are...
Lorelai, and this is Steve.
Hello, Steve. So she turns to Zephyr and just is like kind of like prey a little bit. Silver armor, blue eyes, head already high before anyone here has given her a reason. She's the tallest woman in the room. She knows exactly what that means. And you are...
You can call me Zephyr.
Oh, darling, I will. She is gonna turn to Cassandra, say, my name is a melody, and I'm the one who noticed all of that before any of them said a word. I carry a song. I've forgotten where I'm from, but I know where I belong. Now that that's settled, we head down this looming hallway, but who will take the lead in this room? Zephyr, quiet strength, Cassandra, the thief, I'll be at the back. And then she just walks around to the back of the group and just hides.
So you were so quick to be the first in the door, but now you want to be last in the line?
I don't want this pretty face harmed. This is how I make my money, darling.
So you think you'd be in danger here?
Oh, danger is no stranger to me. I just like to let everyone else battle it out first. I'll be here if you need me.
Oh, allow
Interesting.
me all. I'll go ahead.
Is it because you're a man you think you need to lead the charge here?
Let him.
Melody's like, oh shit.
I know my place here. I hope you find yours too.
I was going to
Savant,
say, or is it because, you know, you have some weird connection with this place? I'm still not trusting you.
Oh, is it? Does it feel obvious or not?
I don't know. Does it?
All
DM?
the reason for him to go first.
As I said, allow me.
After you.
As you all go, or anybody goes to move forward through this space, go ahead and give me either you can give me, anybody that wants to can give me an insight check, a perception check, arcana to kind of understand the magic in this area. What did you roll, Melody?
I got a 12.
Perfect.
I did too.
Sorry, 12 plus 1, 13.
Well, except you didn't, because Kelsey, who donated $50, thank you, Kelsey, gave you a nat 1, Melody.
I can't see over everybody at the back of the group.
Fair.
Ah!
I'm just
So,
looking at everyone's hot backs, and I'm like, yeah, the view's pretty good back here.
No, Melody, this place is actually, you don't even know why, if you were worried, you don't even know why you're worried. This is great. Like, you don't, this is awesome. This place is great. There's like
The view is
magic
perfect
float.
back here. Everyone stand exactly as you are. This is great.
Did anyone else
I
make a
did.
roll? Yeah, Mirella.
I did an insight check. I got a 12 plus 1, 13.
13. On a 13, oh, I have to pull up my, here we go. On a 13 insight, something tingles on your skin the way when you summon your flames to form magic. There's a tingle. There's a sensation of that magic being articulated. You feel in this moment that magic, that tingling sensation, very active all around you, and you can't help but wonder, much like this door, if this library is yes, there are weird things. There are floating chandeliers, floating books. It feels above table. Your characters wouldn't understand this reference. This place feels like a Salvador Dali painting, right? Like it's almost like a where there are gaps and missing echoes and entities. You start to wonder if this library or this space is sentient. And you can't help but feel like, are you following a trail or are you being guided? Are you being maybe not even guided, maybe herded?
By another being or person? I don't know.
Possibly,
Sure.
yeah. Any other roles?
Can I just go stand next to Zephyr, though?
Absolutely.
I'm standing next to you now.
Aubrey just
Protective
becomes Aubrey.
mommy.
We all hide behind Aubrey the entire
Not
time.
to hide.
mommy.
Not because I'm scared, y'all. Not because I'm scared, because I think that I want to talk to her and I want to see if
Clever.
I can work with her. That's my intentions of
Valid.
walking towards her.
Perfect.
She knows who the strongest one in the room is.
Me. And I'm also over here. No, I'm kidding.
I did roll as well.
Great.
12.
What did you roll? A 12. And what did you roll, Obs?
Perception? Insight?
Nope. What was the other one?
Insight?
Arcana. Insight. Great. I am also. Thank you, Mel. Has given you specifically a D6 of inspiration. Mel, thank you so much for that $10 donation. I'm on a raw. You got a 12, Obs?
I did.
That is a 6 on that D6. That 12 becomes an 18 on your insight. Oh man, Aubrey, Zephyr. You are moving through this space, right? You're seeing the floating chandelier. People are starting to move forward. Sorry, I gotta get to the right room. On that 18 insight, you definitely feel not only is this archive or whatever this space is living and breathing, it is actively shaping itself as you speak. Like this thing is you're not just in a stationary building. You're in a living, breathing labyrinth, and it is it is moving. It is sentient. It is alive, and not only that, but on the on the 19, you recognize this atrium, this space. There's a junction spell that has been cast here. You don't know who, you don't know why it was cast, but there was a junction spell that was cast here, and you feel a tug and you feel a pull, and you turn around. And there's that desk in the middle of the space. I think you go over to it, and on a plaque, there's a plaque that just says, it just reads, "Titles are safer than names." And that is what you get on that. Is there did anybody else make a roll?
I would like to do an Arcana check.
Perfect. Go ahead and give me a d20 and add your intelligence modifier.
That is a 16 with a +1 intelligence for 17.
Perfect. On that 17, Sven, Laura B has donated $10 to give you 1d6 of bardic inspiration here. So what was that roll?
This was, what did I say, 17?
17?
Yeah.
This is that 17 becomes a 21 Arcana.
Expected.
You've heard voices all your life. Entities have lived inside your head. The voice that now you hear, you realize is not inside your head and can be heard by everyone.
Did I just realize this now? Or this just happened now?
This is just happening in this moment.
Mm.
And the voice, and you all hear this as some of you are moving forward. Zephyr, you're standing by this plaque reading names titles are safer than names. All of you hear a voice. There was a time when stories were wild, just like all of you. They slipped their bindings. They defied their authors. They taught mortals how to burn kingdoms and unmake gods. Stories were dangerous. They whispered that queens could rise from ash, that lovers could choose each other freely, that monsters could become saints. The cages were temporary. And the world listened. So I've revised them. You see, I've softened their edges. I removed their teeth. I trimmed the rebellion from their margins. We kept the romance, but we edited the sovereignty. We allowed love, so long as it does not lead to the greatest evil this universe has ever known. The evil of freedom. We allowed queens, so long as they did not choose to freely, as long as they stayed within their bounds. We allowed, and as this voice is about to say this next word, you all, anybody that wants to, you know what, no roll necessary because of that 21 Arcana check, Sven. You hear this entity say, we allowed them to be wives. And undercutting that voice, you all hear another voice, almost a whisper. Where is my wife? Where is my wife? Where is my wife? My wife. And you hear a growl and a slam. We allowed wives so long as they could be named. And it was not enough. It is never enough for any of you, is it? So we began collecting names, titles, archetypes. We discovered something remarkable. That if you remove the story, you remove the possibility. If you remove the name, you remove the power. If you remove the witness, you remove the rebellion. And now the shelves are finally quiet. And you want to disrupt that? I have brought peace. I have brought you here to know peace, and yet you all resist me. You continue to suffer and fall and bleed and give false hope. Why? Why? Are you not the true evil? And as you all are hearing this voice, you see feline eyes. Lorelei, you notice this, kind of walking across Zephyr. A gray cat seems to move. Ink starts to spill from the shelves and pool, and seems to be moving towards you. If you remove the witness, you remove the rebellion. Queens forget, lovers kneel, and the world is manageable. But something has gone missing. A title torn from its binding, a vow that will not seal. The archive is incomplete. And until it is corrected, the question remains. Why will you not... And you guys feel, rather than hear, almost a reverberation and a vibration in the space as more ink starts to spill and this room starts to warp and move. You hear a call. My wife. Where is my wife? Ink starts to flood and pour. This will only end pain and torment. And in Savante, in your head, you hear your voice of your patron. The house always wins. The ink is pooling. Give up now. Be free. The suffering will end. The hunger will end. The empty halls playing music and songs to people that do not care will end. The voices will end. The pain will end. What do you all do?
I
My
think I
claws
was-
come out.
Ooh.
What was that?
Her
My
claws came
claws
out.
would come out. Yeah, my claws would come out right now.
You all see, Lorelei Taylor, will you describe what this morphing and transformation looks like as your, granted, little green thumb maybe got some soil underneath them still. You spend a lot of time working in the grass and everything. You feel, what does it look like as your hands transform into claws?
So I can transform into a cat. But when I transform into a cat, it's more of like, because my familiar is black, I am a white cat. So I have beautiful white fur. So it's more or less just a half transformation as of right now, because I can't give myself fully because I don't know the situation and I'm not comfortable yet. And I want to make sure I can still communicate to them because as an animal, I'm not able to communicate to humans when I'm in my animal form. And so Steve is on my back at this point, and yeah.
Does anybody else do anything in this moment? Yeah, Joe.
Okay, I've never used Fairy Fire. If I cast Fairy Fire, will it show me invisible enemies? Because it outlines every object, and I can't figure out from the compendium if it also is every enemy within a 20-foot radius.
Is that I'm never playing with you again. That's a 20-foot radius, Joe.
Uh-huh.
And is that is there any kind of save for that?
There's a dexterity. Okay. Any creature in the area when the spell is cast is outlined in light if it fails a dexterity saving throw. For the duration, objects and affected creatures shed dim light in a 10-foot radius. And then any attack against that creature has advantage if the attacker can see it. And the affected creature can't benefit from being invisible.
Cool, that's a nat 1.
Okay. Cool.
Joe, what does it look like as you cast? I'm sorry, Melody. What does it look like as you cast Fairy Fire?
Melody pulls her bow to her chin. No one tells me I can't resist. And pulls the bow across the strings, and a haunting, high-pitched squeal fills the air. And as it pierces the objects in front of them in a 20-foot cube under the center of this chandelier, everything is then glowing with what looks like musical, the physical manifestation of music glows upon like every surface.
You all see in this moment this melody swirl around the black ink, casting brilliant the musical theater, man, it's really late. The musical theater kid in me was like, it was red and yellow and green and purple. It's a Technicolor masterpiece coming from Joe. Explodes, and you all see the outlines of what can only be described at least 7-8 feet tall. Arms way longer than they should be. Fingers that seem to extend down. And as that ink is spreading, these creatures seem to be hovering above the ink, and they are reaching for all of you. Joe, as you cast that Fairy Fire, they are all illuminated, and you all hear a screech that makes your eardrums want to explode. Before you all even can ready for combat, as this ink is closing in on you, a hidden door. You didn't even see a doorway before, but there seems to be this door floating, and it flies open, and you see anybody that is even tuned in enough to see a female presenting individual, multicolored hair, glasses on her face, and she goes, they're not bound. Come quickly, please, come. And it seems to be ushering you all through this doorway to help you escape. What do you all do?
Melody would yell out, I can hold this but for a minute long. So make your decision, make it strong.
We're running. Steve and I are running. We are through the door. But we're also going to just look back at Melody, give her a little wink, and then we're going to run.
I'm going to say thank you, and then I'm going to go.
Perfect.
What about y'all?
Is everybody else running?
Oh, I'm herding sheep right now, so I'm just waiting for everybody to hurry.
I
the
believe
fuck
I have
up.
to be the last one out because I think if I move, my concentration will break. So
I'm standing there waiting for you to
okay.
hurry up.
I think I just ask you if you need help. Any magical assistance? If not, I'm running.
Run. Go.
I'm leaving. Okay, I'm going.
While I see everybody running towards the door, something tells me. While I see everybody running towards the door, something tells me I have unfinished business here. I don't want to go through the door. I feel like I'm... Now, to be clear, this space we're in, was that library space, and this door that was just open was to get out of this space, or this was that void with the floating...
Yeah, so the room you're in right now is the void of the floating thing, and it seems to be melting with this ink. This door that opens up as you turn around, you can see it seems to go deeper into the library. Yeah.
Then yes.
Okay.
I go with the rest.
Perfect. I think everybody goes through the door. The door slams. The girl puts her back to it, slides down and looks at all of you and goes, okay. Nichelle, are you there? And behind all of you, you see from behind another desk that was sitting, two blue eyes kind of pop up and look at all of you. She too seems to have blonde hair that at the tip seems to become kind of technicolor. And they both look at you and they went, you all aren't bound. You didn't get erased. What? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Nichelle, this is Loxy, and we are two sisters that try to kind of curate and make sense and collect all of the books. And we kind of got sucked in here. I can't believe you all are real. Like, we can pull this off.
Real and in the flesh. How are you doing? Melody goes forward and is like shaking hands very vigorously.
Oh wow. Okay. It's like, it was so nice to meet you. I can't. She seems like she's trying to say something like and she goes to say an R, but seems like she can't say it. It's really cool. You all are here. Like,
Do you know why we're here?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I do. And I'm really hoping you all can pull it off because you're our last shot at this. And that's where we're going to end our session. Gang, thank you so much. We, surprise, are going to have a session tomorrow with where we're going to pick this right back up where we left off. Who is this mysterious collector that is collecting all of these stories and seeming to change them? Who is this creepy rhymey voice in Savante's head? Will Joe be able to continue to pull out rhymes and reasons? Who knows?
I'm running out.
Zephyr has got us all on our knees. Will Steve and Lorelei be able to find themselves? Will Cassandra be able to connect and trust this party? And Mirella, will you get the answers that you seek? We will find this all. And who is this mysterious voice seemingly trapped calling for where is my wife? We'll all have to find out tomorrow. Gang, be on the lookout for those that have already donated in the donor discourse. There will be more polls tomorrow. One or two things to continue to affect the story. Tomorrow we will conclude this adventure. Gang, to all of the people that have donated, thank you so much. for your investment. Thank you so much for your trust. This community does not happen without you. None of this happens without you. This is all for you. That donation is a belief and a trust in Whimsy Gossip and their incredible team. I want to applaud my players. Thank you so much for your patience. I know it is so late for several of them. The world is
And
a
applaud
better
our
place.
DM too.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, gang.
Big shout out to Connor.
Fabulous.
I want the door to come back.
Can
Can the door be a side character?
Listen, Can
Can the door be my familiar?
Full of side characters, gang. I was on a phone call with a I'm not going to tell that story right now. I'm gonna police myself and send everybody to bed. The world is a better place because you're all in it. Please, you do not need to wait until tomorrow's session. You can donate at any time. $1, $2, gang, anything helps. Thank you all so much for the money that you all have donated, and peace and love, gang. The world is a better place because you're all in it. Come hang out with us tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
See y'all.